Does that look familiar to any of you guys? Those of you that have been watching for a while remember the scrap battles I was having where I bought the combines at. This is half of that old Alice Chalmers 7580. I think that's what it was. And there's the other half. 3-point hitch, the rear hubs. I'm keeping the rear rims for fire rings, but these are the two halves of it. I didn't get any video cutting them up. It was off and on raining. By the time I would have got the camera set up, it would have been rained on and everything. But you can see I cut the axles on the back half, I cut the 3-point off, and I cut her in half like I said I was going to do in that video. I was going to cut the front axles off, but I got the tires off. It was easier to get the tires off with them mounted to the tractor like that, whereas these ones I cut off then ripped the tires off. That was a pain, but it rolled pretty easy, so I thought, well, I'll just roll it up on this trailer. I'd like to keep the rims, but I'm not gonna screw around with getting those rims off, so they're just gonna go to the scrapyard like that. But it's 3 loads, the front half, the back half with some other goodies, and then I got to go back out there to get the cab and the sheet metal, and I'm going to hang on to the dual rims for right now to sell as fire rings or whatever. But like I said, I didn't get any video of cutting it up. We'll get video loading the other pieces and maybe them throwing this into the scrap pile. But take your guesses on what you think it weighs. There's no engine and there's no frame rails for the engine, so I'm gonna say all together, all 3 loads will weigh about 14,000 pounds. So I know that piece right there is real heavy, and this piece right here is not extremely heavy, but it ain't light either. So let's get on the road. We got 3 loads to make before noon. You guys remember this old ancient relic, don't you? It was back, way back there, last time I was out here monkeying with it. Couldn't get it out of its hole. Well, look. I have defeated it finally. I got it pulled up front here. Then I was back here messing around with that tractor. I decided I'd go back and pull on it and got it out. What had happened, the reason I couldn't get it to move is this lever here is forward and reverse. It was stuck in either one or the other, and only one wheel would turn. The other wheel would stay stationary. So I couldn't pull it out of its hole. That's why I kept wanting to turn it in a circle. So I monkeyed around with it, got it neutral, and I'd work it side to side, and as I'd pull forward, if this wheel would go forward, I'd put a block or something behind it, then I'd pivot it that way and then do the same back and forth, and it finally walked out, and here it is. So what we're going to do on this windy day is hopefully not burn the county down, but we're going to pull the engine out of it and the radiator, and we're going to cut it right about here and load half of it on the trailer and load the other half on another trailer. I believe this thing weighs, the best information I could find, between 10 to 20,000 pounds, with the average being 11 to 15,000. So that's with an engine in it. This isn't the original engine. This is a flathead Ford. And the original engine was some kind of Caterpillar, I think a D3400 is what I read. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the engine mounts there, cut the radiator mounts, and cut the transmission free. We'll probably just cut that chain. Or, yeah, we'll probably just cut that chain. Yank this out, and probably we might cut it in front of this mount here. So, right about in here. Yeah, we'll cut it just this side of here, and then we'll miss that other bracket and hopefully get the heavy half on the trailer. So let's get this hood out of the way. It's holding me up here. You guys probably missed all that loading because I'm struggling with a new mount. It's not working so well. It's on there, it's slide off the ramps, you know, steel on steel is not the greatest. Tires don't look too bad. So we'll get her chained down and get out of here, maybe go get the dump trailer. Put that on the dump trailer. I also got a tank up there that's got to go, so we'll get that stuff loaded and out of here. We're supposed to have a rain day tomorrow, maybe. Get this stuff hauled in. Let me get her chained down. Alright, there she is, chained down, loaded up. Tires are still looking good. I think it's about where I want it on the trailer. We'll find out when we go down the road. Got everything cleaned up. Put back together. Wrap it back up. So I think we'll just leave this stuff here, and if I do get rained out of work tomorrow, we'll just bring this trailer back out here once I get that off and load this on it. And that tank. And come back for the Mini. My steel plates. Those come from a semi-trailer job I did. I've been using those to run on. They come straight from there basically to here. So took them off here. Get the engine. We'll do something cool with this engine maybe if it's any good. I don't know what the deal is. I just kind of yanked it out there pretty rude and crude. Whatever. The radiator was kind of junk. It fell out of there after I cut 2 bolts. Separated from its thing, which it probably wasn't good to begin with. There was no coolant in it, so screwed the fan up, but you don't need a fan. So me and Nick will do something cool with this old flathead Ford. If it's any good. If it's really good, should just go to the boneyard with the rest of it. So yeah, let me get my Mini. I'm gonna ruffle around that. If I sprayed it real good with my spray, you notice I carry a spray tank with me when I'm torching, just in case. You never know. I don't want to burn nobody's stuff down, so I'll smear that around, kind of mix that up, finish leveling up where I got this tractor from, bring that tank up here. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back when I haul the rest of this off. We'll get some weights and stuff for you.